Well, today is really some of the biggest news that every United fan will ever want to hear. Sir Jim Ratcliffe's 25% takeover approved by the Premier League. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss certain stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. And as it stands, it's a Tuesday and it's February and tomorrow is Valentine's Day. So for everyone who really has a loved one, make it a point that you obviously make them happy, because it won't really go untouched. You know, if you don't really send something to your loved one, then you'll see the repercussions. But it's something that is really it has to reciprocate. If a man gives you also have to give him. So women have a tendency that it's only a man who is supposed to be giving out. I think that's really old school. You should be planning something for your man as your man plans something for you. So it shouldn't be one-sided. Not so? So we thank God for the gift of life and the Muslims, Barakallahu fikum, and let's obviously set off as it's supposed to be. Now today we've gotten a story coming in through from Tom Morgan, who is a sports news correspondent for the Telegraph, confirming to us that Sir Jim Ratcliffe has received approval from the Premier League to buy 25% of Man United. The deal will be completed in the coming days after final validation from the FA. Now, we all know that this was really approved amongst the Glazers and Sir Jim Ratcliffe way back in December. Now, after that news was really put out by the club of Man United that Sir Jim Ratcliffe 25% has been agreed in between Man United and their account. Then we really were told that it's gonna take them 8 weeks to obviously approve it, and approximately it's almost 8 weeks, because around, I think they approved it towards, is it Christmas? Yeah, towards Christmas. So if it was approved around the 23rd January, those are 4 weeks. Now today is 13th, meaning that they're gonna have to take close to how many weeks? They're gonna have to take to, are they 6 weeks to obviously see to either this thing really gets approved. But this was something very pending, and it's really very important to note that the validation is gonna be made by the FA. But when the Premier League goes ahead to obviously approve it, that means that the FA has also gone ahead to really validate it, just because the Premier League and the FA are really two different things, but they follow the same rules and regulations. So the Premier League is the company that runs the Premier League, and the FA is the football governing body of the United Kingdom. So after the Premier League approving that, it's something simple for the FA, and I think for the FA, it's not gonna take days. It might even take 24 hours, and then Sir Jim Ratcliffe will obviously do the needful. Remember, Sir Jim Ratcliffe has already gone ahead to sign papers of the 25% stake in the club of Man United with the Glazers, and its completion has been pending the approval coming in from the Premier League. And if at all the Premier League had not gone ahead to approve the coming in of Sir Jim Ratcliffe, then the Glazers would have gone ahead not to really get any penny, meaning that money transactions are going to be made from Ineos to the Glazers for the 25% shares by after the Premier League approves it and FA validates it, meaning that his coming in through is going to be really made valid. And it will be remembered that these people have been at Old Trafford, the Ineos. We've seen them really traveling away with the club of Man United whenever Man United was going to play, especially Jean-Claude and David Brasford. They've been there, meaning that they've been almost running the club right now indirectly, and they've been around to study the atmosphere, meaning that they're 100% sure that all what was needed to obviously approve their stake was really already put on paper. And that is really something good to note in there for you as the side of Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ineos. So good news for the club of Man United. And why am I really celebrating this? Because we all know one thing, that if the approval is through, then that's when United is going to unveil its sporting director and recruitment officers. And you see how things are really moving. They are all moving according to plan. They want to have the recruiting officer, head of recruitment, and the director of football in place. That is it. They want to have them in place. So, to have them in place before March, such that from March they start to plan for their season and to plan for the transfer window of Man United. And that is really very crucial to note that it is what elite teams do. This is what elite teams have gone to be doing season in, season out. Do you know that Man City have already signed a player from Girona? Man City are pursuing other players right now. So that is a message that is sent to you when Man United is trying to do the needful. And remember, the CEO already appointed, known as Omar Berrada, has been at City and Barcelona. He knows how transfer business is done. So what he was waiting for, this approval to come in through. After that approval, he is going to really get in the head of recruitment and the director of football, such that they sit with Erik ten Hag and discuss on which players to sell, on which players to let go on a free, on which academy players to be sold permanently, on which players that are playing away on loan to really be brought in back on a permanent basis. So that is what this team is really going to be doing. And I'm really excited that things we've been singing for years are now coming to the club of Man United. So for everyone who doesn't really understand exactly what this means, it is a big move in a right direction, because it is going to see us having the CEO, head of recruitment, either in the first week of March or last week of February announced. After that announcement, then these people obviously sit at Old Trafford or Carrington with Erik ten Hag and find the best solution possible for this team. I told you when I was doing the match reaction of Aston Villa that clip that out. If at all you remember very well, I told you that we are gonna be contenders of the league next season. Why? We are going to bring in the right people, because this project has been assessed by the people who know what the game of football is all about. Ten Hag is going to hit to put in his ideas, and the others have also going to hit to inject their ideas in. So you're really having competent people to come out and really discuss exactly what the game of football is all about. And this is what you'll ever want if you're a player of if you're a fan of Man United. You only need this. So I really love this, and I'm really excited. And Sir Jim Ratcliffe, he's going to be the man. For what I was going to hit to do out first, I think is really great, and let's wait and see how this goes. So after the FA validation, then we are gonna really see a lot coming in through for the club of Manchester United and the targets. That's why right now all the transfer window, all the transfer rumors that are being put out are really dilute. But wait when the approval is done, wait when the head of recruitment and director of football is here, things are going to change. That's when United will make tough decisions on who to bring in and who to get out at the club of Manchester United, and who to really get a pay cut if he still wants to start Man United, and who to really get a pay increase, and that wage bill will obviously have to be cut short. And there is something that had to happen, I think tonight, but it has been given more 3 days. And it is said that Man United have extended the deadline for Sir Jim Ratcliffe to complete his investment in the club. Ratcliffe have until midnight Tuesday to finalize his 1.2 billion deal, but now has a further 72 hours until Friday. So Man United had really approximated or estimated that the approval will happen before today, midnight. But it has come in late, and the validation is still pending from the FA, meaning that in 1, 2, 3 days, the validation is going to be done, and then the rest of the money will always go through. Because these papers have already been signed, but you need to hit that they are gonna really see money cross from the account of Ineos to the account of Glazers today midnight. But because the approval has not gone ahead to come in through as expected, then it has to really wait a little bit. But that won't really stop this from happening, and it's really good news for we, the United fans, that this is going to happen, and the head of football operations is Sir Jim Ratcliffe at the club of Man United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Rock and David remains my name. Go into the comment section and tell me what your thoughts are about the Premier League approving Sir Jim's 25% takeover in the past hours. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum. We out.